I'm one of the few jockeys to have won on Incentivise.
Hi, I'm Anthony Allen. I'm a Incentivise main rider in Queensland.
It got a bit awkward there, like, and he did it the next time I rode him. Did he ever do it when you rode him?
All the time.
Yeah.
Like I said, I couldn't get him out of first gear, so jumping, he was basically just walking out. Yeah, felt like I was jumping all over his back, to be honest. But I think, yeah, like the blinkers really seemed to be a good element where it sort of really made him jump very good.
Yeah.
Because when you were looking at the spot you were, I was like, geez, like, maybe you were a bit more aggressive than I was or something, because I was shocked you were actually that close.
Yeah.
Only because he doesn't give you that much.
And he gives you sort of nothing, really.
Yeah.
You have to force everything on him, really.
Like I laugh when you give him 2 shoves for 2 strides, and then all of a sudden, then he starts picking up.
Yeah, everything's very delayed reaction.
Yeah, it's like a mad, big delay.
Obviously, following these horses, I knew I was probably going to be in a bit of trouble. And as we know now, he's such a momentum-building horse. And I was sort of trying to push and shove my way here, but I just wasn't going good enough to do it. And
right, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, it's all right, it's going. And then I didn't expect you to get pocket by everything that's stopping. I thought the 2 horses outside, I thought you were going to go together.
Yeah. So,
like, he's not the horse you can push a horse around.
Nah.
To be honest, if you asked me how good he was back then, I probably wouldn't have said much. I was like, oh look, he hasn't shown much.
No, not at all.
He still had no idea.
I did say to Steve though when I got off him that I thought he should have won quite convincingly, and he sort of looked at me quite perplexed. But yeah, he did give me the feel that he was just going to pick up and gradually pick up, and yeah.
I don't think Steve was convinced until like when I went on him at Eagle Farm. I think then he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like he's actually put together pretty well.
Oh, if you ask him now, he's probably still not bloody convinced the way he talks about him.
But that's him about everyone.
Oh.
He's like that. I don't think he likes too much pressure. He's very blasé.
He likes to downplay it.
Yeah.
So we're going like a Dill again.
Yeah, I've never actually seen the start, to be honest.
But obviously, you gave me the rundown before. And
oh yeah, I remember the rundown. I said, don't stuff up, don't do what you did last time.
You said don't get beat. You said you shouldn't. But yeah.
I said, I even said, I remember saying like, 800. I said, get on someone's back or get off more.
Yeah.
Either one. I just loved how he was travelling on the bridle here. I was like after the start of Toowoomba, when you rode him, he really travelled on the bridle a lot better. Like a little bit more switched on.
Yeah. So you're looking like
that's what I mean. Like, you look at him now, he's just off the bridle, just paddling. But like in the next 4 strides, he's taken off
4 or 5 lengths out of the field like that. Yeah. And it's funny. It's like he gets to a certain speed, and it's not like I don't know whether he goes much faster or he just lengthens his stride, but he doesn't feel like he's going quick, eh?
No, not at all. Like he just floats. But right now, I reckon if you could sit up, he'd still run through the bridle, like margins.
But that's the thing.
I love that you're whip happy, aren't you? Jeez.
Well, I was worried something was going to come get me because, like you say, you're floating along.
Yeah, there's no TVs there to watch.
No, there wasn't. I remember getting down the bottom of the hill, looking back, and went, "Oh, geez, I probably could have been a bit more lenient on him." But
you would have been 20 lengths in front down the hill.
I was actually trying to show off a bit too.
I thought where I want to be, perfect, but the horse in front of me wasn't really going the speed I wanted it to. Like, it just seemed to be, I had to like restrain him a little bit more, which I was not happy to do, you know. I wanted him to be as comfortable as possible. Like here, I was actually all right, it was good. But Jimmy's behind me, he's obviously, like, I think he's the only horse in the race that's won a Group 1, so.
Obviously this was the test, you know.
Well, I had to make a decision to go around on me because it just kept steadying up, and I was like, it's not working out for me, I'm going around, like this is, I was like, I'm on the better horse, like, yeah. But when I got outside the lead, I was like, this is perfect.
This was a real good test because obviously, like you say, Mirage Dancer's won a Group 1, and he's it's been a genuine tempo the whole race, and he sort of had to make a move early to.
Well, he's putting the pressure on me here what, 800, so, which I needed because I knew the leader was going to stop. Like the leader, I didn't think was at the time like going to take me into it at all. But
Here he looks like he's going to go straight past you.
well, yeah, like because the momentum he picked up quite well, and I thought it was funny because it was Jimmy Byrne as well, and I was like, oh well, let's see how good this horse is against like an ex-Group 1 horse, you know. But I'm really niggling him here. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just.
He looks like he's about to look at something, you know, and
Yeah, that's why I was always like moving on him because I was like, he just seems to, the focus like 80%, you know,
Yeah.
88, you know, always looking and
it's
then all
his
of a
raw
sudden,
ability doing this.
yeah. But that day was good because Peter Moody was there. He was actually saw him, talked about the horse, and like asked me my opinion about him and that. But for him to put a show on like that, that was a good treat. So I was wrapped.
I don't know, just for strides he looks like he's going and then he just half like looks and then he goes again, he looks again. Like even in these Group 1s he goes to the front, but the whole time he's never genuine, like he's never travelling like.
I love how like he looks like he's having a flat, like he's in a flat spot, but actually he just keeps going. Like the mile I was first start back Melbourne, I was confident in him, but I was a bit worried for him because I was like, oh, like if anyone's gonna go in the opposite direction, and I think this is his toughest race at that time. And I knew the pressure was going to be on for sure. Like they would put pressure on him, but they actually didn't do too bad. Like they sat off him as long as they could, and then
They probably thought he'd be soft first up over a mile. They probably didn't expect him to be as good as he really
yeah,
is.
100%. Well, he was still sitting on him at the 600, I think, and that's when I was like, oh, hope he still pick up. Like, no, he does, but I know he's just that momentum and he slowly just rolls into it, and then all of a sudden he just takes slingshots off.
I thought if he just run well in this race that it'd be a huge thing for him, you know, just to run well
100%.
and it's
I just love here how he's like, he's just jumped and done it himself. He's put it himself there. I said to Moody, I was like, geez, he's really switched on the other gates now. That's awesome. That's like what we were trying to do earlier days, or just to get him into the race. But how he's travelling here, and Craig Boone outside, I was like, I thought I would have put pressure on him earlier to see. Like they really backed off, left him alone.
So it's crazy to see how much he's matured in the 6 months.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, 6 months. So what? 6 months from a maiden to Group 1. So that's 800 now. I thought he would have sort of started like rolling just a little bit quicker here, but look how he's travelling. Like he's travelling beautiful.
And at this stage, he's on the wrong leg. Whether he's
he's not fully comfortable, and
yeah.
I think that's what he was doing. Like just looking after him, like balancing him up, making sure he's going to go through the gears. But like right now, I'm like, oh really? Like he's trying his guts out. Then the stick comes, and I was like, oh, he actually hasn't been hit that too many times, to be honest. But right here, I was a bit worried. I was like, oh no. But that's that flat spot you get.
Yeah, and the thing is too, he'd never had a horse pressure him like that. So the test was to see if he was tough and whether.
Yeah, but like look at him now. He's back and he's trying his guts out. Like that's probably the quickest he's going. Like, and then all this. But if you look at him, he's probably 16 feet front again
keep going, yeah.
later on.
That was probably his top, but that's the thing between him and those other horses, that he will sustain it.
Yeah, 100%. I really was nervous about the mile because I was like, oh, like he's looking for more ground. But obviously this is a blowout before the Group 1s, Caulfield Cup and all that. But no, I was just impressed. I was like, oh, geez, he's actually going through the gears. He's learning a lot.
I was confident he'd win this race if he won first up in the Maccabi Diva over a mile, but the only query in this race was Very Elegant.
Yeah,
she's a seasoned mare. She's been there, done it, won 9 Group 1s now, is it? So.
And like impressively, like.
Yeah,
she's always looked strong on the line. This was actually the first time she didn't.
And she's travelled from Melbourne to Sydney. You know, she's been around where he's all new to this. So.
Oh, look at him now, like he's exploded out of the gate. Like he's running football here.
And Brett doesn't have to really ask.
Yeah.
him. He just has to.
I was
move his
sitting in the
hands and
saddle
attack.
like scrubbing,
Yeah.
doing all the hard work, and Brett just there you go, Brett. But like he's traveling like on the bridle strong, I thought, and like how they're sort of
Just annoying
neck to
him.
neck, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, here we go. This is. But at the same time, he's with him in pressure, like he
He just absorbs it.
he brings them undone.
Right here, I was sort of a bit worried because I thought, oh, well, the race has been sort of set up for Very Elliott. She's comfortable. He's got one pressuring him the whole way, and as a jockey, as you know, having the horse half a length out, so I did that.
Yeah.
It just annoys your horse, and your horse doesn't.
Well, if your horse is going to come undone, and that's
Yeah.
probably the time it will, you know.
Most horses don't absorb that pressure, which he does.
But like, look at Very Elegant, like just travelling beautiful, got the spot, you know, all the options in the world to sort of come out and attack, you know. But
And she's a funny mare. She's had, you know, she doesn't breathe the best, and because she's, you know, a lot of the jockeys have to fight her to restrain her, and like you say, the speed was perfect for her in this race, and she's been presented at the right time. And
like right here, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh no, if she finds that gear that she normally does, like right, but she doesn't look 100% here, like. That's why I was like, oh, okay. But you were looking at him, he's just that flat spot again, and
yeah,
he just kicks. Right now, they obviously ever since hitting with the stick, and he seems to respond a lot.
here I thought he was going to be vulnerable, but this is where his toughness just showed. And
100%, like the distance is what he's looking for, and that other horse coming to him, I was like, oh, I was jumping up and down. I was all over the shop.
it's almost as if he waits for that horse and he goes, ha,
Yeah.
you're not getting me today. Like, it's like he wants to scare everyone.
Well, we keep bringing up the flat spot because, like, I don't know what it is, but with him, he seems to find a flat spot for like 3 or 4 strides, and then all of a sudden you can see him really excel again, and you're like, oh, when you don't expect it. And I always found out like it was with the stick, he would always switch on
Yeah.
and like really excel. But then I've never really had to use it again because he was already, what, 6 lengths in front, plus going away. I mean, it's exciting times coming. I can't wait.